What's up everyone, my gamer tag is Dr. Kenyon, and today I'm going to show you guys how to set up your Fanatec GT2 steering wheel to work with your Xbox One. Now if you're like me and you used your Fanatec GT2 steering wheel for Forza on the Xbox 360, you probably loved it. It was a great steering wheel and you were hoping that when you moved over to the Xbox One it worked. Well, too bad so sad. Unfortunately the Fanatec GT2 steering wheel does not work with the Xbox One. But I'm going to show you guys how to get it to work. Now before I start, I want you to know that the steering wheel will work with Forza 5, but you're not going to have the same type of feedback as you did with the GT2 steering wheel on the Xbox 360. And you know, at the end of this video I'm going to challenge you guys to come up with a script to load onto this guy right here that will hopefully make that end user experience a little bit better with the steering wheel. Alright, so the first thing that you guys are going to need is the CronosMax. Actually, sorry, it's called the CronosMax, and you can get it from controllermax.com. I live in Canada, and it cost me about $89 shipped to my door. Now, this little guy here is what makes it all work, but not alone. The next piece of hardware that you guys are going to need to make it work is this. Oh, hold on, give me a second. This wireless receiver. Okay, it's a PC wireless gaming receiver. Now I know that this is a knockoff. It doesn't say genuine Microsoft. I'm not sure if you can buy these in the store anymore. I looked at Future Shop and Best Buy, I couldn't find one, so I looked on Craigslist and someone was selling this for about $10 or $15. I don't remember exactly. But this guy basically plugs into the CronosMax, okay? Then you plug this into the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, and you can connect your steering wheel to this wireless receiver. The wireless receiver sends all the information to the CronosMax, and the CronosMax is loaded with a script. This script changes the input that goes into the Xbox, so it acts like a steering wheel instead of a controller. So I'm going to go ahead and demo this for you guys quickly right now, and then after that I'm going to get into the actual setup, what you guys need to buy, all the different cables and things like that. I'm sitting here in front of my Xbox One, and the first thing that you're going to want to do to get your GT2 steering wheel working with your Xbox One is take the CronosMax USB controller here and stick it into the USB slot on the side of your Xbox One. You'll notice when you do that, the CronosMax is going to start flashing AU, AU, and that means that you need to authenticate the device. You do that by using a USB to micro USB cable, okay? You take the micro USB cable and you stick that into the Xbox One controller, and you take the USB side of it and you stick it into your CronosMax. Now when you do that, the CronosMax should blink a couple times and then change to 0. The AU will change to 0. When it does that, that means that you've authenticated a device to be plugged into the Xbox One. Now, when I set up my CronosMax, I installed the script on slot number 1. So now what I want to do is press this little black button on top here so that it changes from slot 0 to slot 1. That's where the script is loaded. Okay, now I can unplug this USB cable here, and the CronosMax is going to start flashing a bunch. Now I can go ahead and plug in my PC wireless gaming receiver. Okay, I'm going to plug the USB side of it into the CronosMax, and the CronosMax will continue to blink even though I plug something inside of it. You notice this little wireless receiver is also blinking. The reason is because I haven't wirelessly connected my GT2 steering wheel to this. So just a quick note, before you do that, you want to make sure that your Xbox 360 is unplugged. I got mine in the same room as my Fanatec GT2 steering wheel, and I noticed that when I was trying to set this up for the first time, what ended up happening was it didn't sync to this, it just kept on turning on my Xbox 360. So just a quick note, unplug your Xbox 360 if you want to be able to sync it to this guy here. Alright? So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is the wireless GT2 steering wheel connecting to this wireless receiver, and when we do that, this CronosMax should switch to, I believe, a 0 or a 1. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn on my steering wheel, which you guys can't see. You might hear it in the background. Turning this guy on, and where's that button? Okay, right now you guys should watch this, and it should change. There we go, it changed to 1. So now none of the lights are blinking. My Xbox One is now connected to the GT2 steering wheel, And now I'm going to show you guys how to set up Forza 5 and the actual steering wheel, the settings that I've set up. Okay, so I got Forza 5 loaded up now. In order to set up the steering wheel to work best with the Forza 5 program or the game, you're going to want to go to the Forza profile. So that's over here, the small box right on the right hand side. You're going to select A, and then from there you're going to want to scroll over the tabs at the top to the controller. Press A, and layout number 6 is the layout that you'd want to have so the steering wheel works the best. And from there you want to press X to get to the advanced settings. Okay, now these are all preferences. I think what I have here is a pretty good baseline. I think I got this off of the internet from one of the forums, and I just modified this slightly to suit myself. So the steering axis dead zone inside, the very top one, is 0. And from now on I'm just going to go down the list and tell you guys the numbers. So the very top one is 0, the one below that is 90, the one below that is 2, then 99, then 2, then 85, 0, 75, 10, and lastly we have 100 followed by another 100. Okay, so you want to save those, and then you can, cancel out of here. And the next thing that you want to do is set up the actual steering wheel. So you can do that by pressing this little button on the right hand side of the steering wheel at the very top. And now I've chosen profile 5 out of 5, and if you use the D-pad at the bottom of the steering wheel here, you'll actually start to see sensitivity, the force feedback. I don't know what that one means, to be honest, but I'm going to go over these right now with you guys, starting with sensitivity. Alright, so you click this guy right here. Again, I'm on profile 5, and left and right on the D-pad down here at the bottom is going to show you the different options that you guys have, sensitivity, force feedback, and so on. And then up and down on the D-pad is going to change the value. So I'm at 240 right now. If I press down, 230, 220. Anyways, you get the gist of it. We're at 240 now. Okay, I'm going to leave that as is, and you guys can modify that to suit yourself. So the next one is force feedback. I got that at 100%. Honestly, I don't know what this one is, but again, it's at 100%. Then I have drive or something like that, or drift. Again, not too sure. That's set at value number 3. We got ABS. That's set at 80. To be honest, I don't think that actually works. It did with the Xbox 360. When I pressed on the brake at 80%, I have a force feedback in the pedal that would start to vibrate, letting me know that I'm locking up my tires. Okay, then you got the linearity. Sorry, I can't say that very well. Mine's set to 0. Okay, then I got the dead zone, which is also set to 0. The spring, that's set to 3. And I think this is dampening or some baloney, which is set to -3. And that's it. Okay, so once you got that set up, your steering wheel should now work with the Forza 5 game, and you're ready to race. If you want to learn how I programmed the CronosMax stick around, and I'll show you guys that in just a moment. But for now, I'm going to go do a race. Oh, Nelly. It's been a while since I played. And that's the end of that demo. Anyways, you guys can see the steering wheel works. That's the main part. I got the paddle shifter set up here. They work pretty good. No problems, no complaints with that. The steering wheel works good. It's going to get you through all your racing games. It's got some good feedback, but again, it's not the same as what you used to have on the Xbox 360. So, hopefully some gurus out there who know how to do some programming can write a nice script for the CronosMax, and maybe we can get some better feedback out of the steering wheel. That would be really cool. Alright guys, take care, and next up, we're going to go over how to program your USB CronosMax. Okay, now that you have the CronosMax, you're going to want to program it with a script that someone else has written. So in order to do that, you need to go to controllermax.com. From there, you're going to want to click on software, highlight software, and click on GTuner. Okay, GTuner is the software that ControllerMax has created that allows you to program that little USB stick. Next, you click on Go to Download page, and from here you're going to want to download the latest version of the CronosMax. Now I've already got mine installed, so I'm going to use the current version that I have, which is a little bit dated, but it's still going to work the same. So next, I go to the folder where I installed the GTuner and run the executable. From here, you're going to want to go to the top left hand corner and look at just underneath Online Library. You're going to see the search field under GPC script. Here I type in Forza, okay, then I hit search, and the main window here updates. Now scroll down a little bit and you're going to see the Forza 5 Fanatec CSR wheel and Club Sport version 2 pedals. If I click on this link, it's going to open up another web browser, and this is where I can find the gentleman that created the script. The guy's name is Picklock, and I'm sure if you're looking for how to get the GT2 steering wheel to work with your Xbox One, you might run into his name on the forum somewhere. I'm going to give you guys a link to his form that he's written up. It's basically going over everything I've described here, and I'll put that in the description of the video. So click on download here to the right hand side, and that's going to allow you to see the script, to download the script. I'm going to save the script in the same folder that I have the GTuner software installed in. So that's on my desktop. Alright, scroll to GTuner, and we're going to save this guy. Then I can close this window, and I'm going to want to go back to the GTuner software. Click on Compiler, which is one of the tabs, one of the 3 tabs at the bottom. Then click on File, Open. Select the script that I've downloaded, and you'll notice all this wonderful information on the screen that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, but this is the script that makes everything work. And if you guys know how to make a better script, please do, and let everyone else know. You can reply to my video and let people know that you're working on a script. The more people that work on the script, the better off we will be. Hopefully we'll have something that's comparable to how the GT2 steering wheel worked on the Xbox 360. Alright, so now you're going to want to plug in your CronosMax into your laptop. Remember to use the USB to USB mini cable and plug it into the PC program port on the CronosMax. So from here, I've already plugged in my CronosMax. I can click compile, which just double checks to make sure the script is legit and works. And you can see here at the very bottom it says build succeeded with 0 warnings. So now we can click on the online library, not the online library, the programmer tab, which is next to the compiler tab, and this is where we can assign this script to one of the slots that we have on the CronosMax. On the right hand side of the screen here, you're going to see 9 different slots. All of them on mine are empty. Okay, so I'm going to go to the compiler script in the top left hand side of the page, and I'm just going to drag it and drop it into slot number 1. Okay, and at the very bottom right hand corner you see program device slots. Now I'm going to click this button once. It's going to tell me it's going to program this, and that's it. We're done. Now I can close all this stuff and I can go test out my CronosMax. Alright guys, so the last thing I want to show you, because I don't want to take credit for putting this video together, it's really this forum here that I read, controllermax.com forums. This is what I read that really helped me figure out how to get this working. So I really got to say thanks to this guy named Picklock. Picklock, if you ever see this video, please don't think I'm trying to steal your work. I just want to share it with everybody else. So to everyone else out there that's reading this, I'm going to put the link in the description below, and you guys can feel free to take a look at this forum here in case my video doesn't answer all your questions. Along with that, if you have any questions for me, feel free to drop a comment below, and I'll do my best to answer them for you guys. Alright, take care and happy racing.